with us. It's Gracie. Hi, baby. How are you? All right. Yeah. Yeah, Haley, Fancy Pants, and Hunter Ritz, and then we got Pop Tart, Skipper. So we are going to be hiking here in Jennings Forest, and as we zoom along, we're going to talk a little bit about what's like to hike in Florida in the summertime, thing you need to know. So let's get on the trail. Welcome to Florida. Hey, it's March 14th, which means it's the end of hiking season for sane people in Florida. But for us summer hikers, it's just getting started. Now, it's still kind of nice out right now, but as we head into Florida hiking from here on out, there's some important things that you need to know about and think about if you're going to go out in the woods in Florida. I would say the first and most important thing that you need to do is you need to know your own body. Deciding to go out on the trail in a 90 degree day, if you're not used to it, is stupid. Don't do it. You will hurt yourself. You might even kill yourself. So getting used to the heat is really important. So taking little hikes in the morning and in the evening, taking your time and letting your body get acclimated to high temperature is probably the most important thing you need to do before you start doing any serious hiking in Florida in the summer. We're out here in beautiful Jennings State Forest, and as we go along today, I'll talk about some other things that are important to you. There's a gang up ahead, and they're all crazy summer hikers too, so let's keep cruising. Okay, let's start at the bottom when we're talking about summer hiking in Florida, about your feet. Yeah, your feet and your legs are pretty important to think about them when you're in Florida hiking in the summertime. And number one, let's talk about your shoes. In a lot of places, people will wear boots. They got rocks to climb over and stuff. We don't got those here. Well, not very many. So I highly, highly, highly recommend trail runners. And if you get waterproof shoes, you don't love your feet. You want to hurt them. Because in Florida, you're going to be in water in the summertime. Period. End of story. You will. So waterproof shoes will fill up with water. They won't drain. They won't dry. And they will kill your feet. So don't do that. Anyway, for me, there's kind of two types of soil. I'm sorry, I'm going uphill here. There is, first of all, there's sand, and then there's mud. So I really like Murano wool socks. Darn Tough is fine. There are other brands out there. My Florida Trail socks, you can get them on floridatrail.org. Our Murano wool. Those are great in water. I don't know what it is about them, but they dry quickly. Your feet feel warm, even if it's kind of cold water. They work great, and they really do well. However, once you get out of that water, if you end up in sugar sand, you really need to change your socks because your Murano wet Murano wool socks will turn into sandpaper. Now let's talk about your legs. We're in Florida, which means the number one animal in Florida is bugs. So you really need to protect your lower legs. Whether it's permethrin, if you're going to wear long pants and short pants, I think you can go either way no matter what the heat is. I usually wear short pants, but permethrin on your clothes. And then for me, my preference is DEET because I'm old and I don't care about the chemicals, but there are other options out there available for you. There's a spider crawling on my arm as we're talking about this. But anyway, make sure that you're taking care of your legs against the bugs too. So that's kind of it for your feet and legs. Let things dry out, rest them. It's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, so you really got to take care of your feet when you're hiking on the Florida Trail in the summer. It's a beautiful day out here in Jennings, so we're going to keep on going. So those of you who know me know that I've got my town shirt, marmot shirt on, but I have a model here for how important it is to protect your skin. Yes, protect your hide on the Florida Trail when you're hiking in the summer. So here we are. Hunter has his town shirt on. So as you can see, it covers his arms. It even goes down to cover your hands, and it covers his head. So Hunter's head needs coverage, obviously. So as does mine. So listen, it's really important. Personally, I prefer not to use chemicals for sunscreen, but I do wear a wide brim hat, always a long sleeve shirt, always a sun hoodie. You can get these at townshirt.com, but also a more affordable way is the Florida Trail does sell Florida Trail sun hoodies. They're very nice, very high quality, at about half the cost of any other sun hoodie that you're going to get out there. And they have cool patterns too. So again, floridatrail.org, you can pick them up there too. So make sure you're covering your hide when you're hiking in the summertime here in Florida. It's really, really important. All right, let's talk about the next most important thing, or probably maybe even the most important thing if you're hiking in Florida in the summertime, and that's water. Yeah, not going in water, but putting in water. You got to put water in here, and it's got to be a lot of it. So a couple of pointers. Number one, electrolytes. So I like Liquid IV because it's cheap and it's good. The peach is really good, but any kind of really good electrolyte's good. Element's great, and there's other brands out there that you can use, but you got to have electrolytes in your water bottle. And then you need to carry plenty of water, or if you're like our buddy Pop Tart over here, you need to filter a lot of water. Let's go see what he's got going on. So personally, I always carry this, and so does Skip. You see your back, Skip? Yep. So he has his Sawyer Squeeze, and it's on a one liter smart water bottle. So if he needed to, he could get some water right here from Black Creek. We know it's safe water, not chemically messed up, and we can drink it. What do you want to see? Oh, your bottle. And so you know, the clearer the better. And look at this. Oh yeah, baby. That's yummy, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right, so Gracie's been, there's Haley. She's probably drinking some water too. So listen, it's really, really, really important. You're gonna sweat like crazy. If you stop sweating, look it up, study it. I'm not a doctor, but if you stop sweating in Florida in the summertime, you got a problem. You need to stop right away and get hydrated big time. So know what's safe as far as filtering and things like that, and where you're hiking, and then make sure you're carrying plenty of water. And like I said, me and most of the insane summer hikers always carry their water filter with them. So that's what we get to say about making sure you stay hydrated. Let's keep on cruising down the trail. Oh yeah, sand. Sand is always fun. Sand is my favorite. Oh! Hey, Fancy Pants Noodle Lady, we're still messing with her trail name. What do you like hiking in sand? No. She's trying to be nice. No, none of us like hiking in sand. But if you're in Florida in the summertime or in the wintertime, you're going to be hiking in sand. Let's keep going. What else do you have to think about in the summertime in Florida? Hi, Hunter. Well, look at this tree. Well, how did it fall down? Yeah, it was a storm. So when you're hiking in the summertime in Florida, you need to be prepared for storms. So when you're prepared for storms, number one, you need rain gear. So some light rain gear is really, even when it's warm, you can end up with hypothermia from getting wet. when it's really hot and you quickly become cold, it's really uncomfortable too. So being prepared for storms is really important. Another thing is when you're camping, remember to look up. It can get really windy in the afternoons, and you don't want a big branch, or worse yet, that giant tree falling on your tent. And then for thunder, you need to follow the thunder rules. I'm not going to tell you any thunder and lightning rules, because then someone will get hit by lightning and I'll feel bad. So you need to use good common sense. And there are plenty of tutorials and things and advice out there, especially through the Forest Service and National Weather Service, what to do when a lightning storm comes out on you, because it depends on the terrain that you're in and a lot of other things. But definitely don't hold your trekking poles up in the air and scream at God, because you'll get blasted. So anyway, make sure you're preparing for the weather. It's gonna be real important if you want to be successful hiking in the summer here in Florida. Oh yeah, slow down. Gracie's having no problem getting through. Hey baby. Oh, look at the way that tree tore. That's kind of cool. Skipper's going the other way. So the last thing I want to talk about if you're going to be hiking in Florida in the summertime is think about the day, how the day goes. Right now it is, I can't see it, almost 11 o'clock. So we're starting to get into the hot part of the day. Of course, it's March, so it's not that big a deal. But if it was July, especially if we were through hiking, now would probably be a good time to kind of start planning to stop for lunch and taking 2 or 3 or even 4 hour break and then hiking into the night versus hiking through the hottest part of the day. Now, if you're just out on a day hike, you got to do what you got to do, but planning the day to start really, really early in the morning, taking a break in the middle of the day in the heat of the day, and then hiking in the evening, maybe even in the evening and afternoon rain. It's a nice time to hike. That's something to think about, especially if you're doing long distance hiking in Florida in the summer, because it gets hot, baby. So let's finish up this in a little while down there. Look, the creek is really low. We're here at Hatcher Overlook, wrapping the day up today. Hope you guys enjoyed our little hike and some pointers from me and the rest of the gang on how you can survive hiking in the summer here in Florida. And do me a favor, hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. It really helps get our message out there about how fantastic it is to hike here in Florida on all the beautiful trails, especially here in Central Florida. Coming soon this summer during the Sweaty Summer Series, you're going to be seeing me heading on the Florida Trail to new places, down to visit our friends down in Central Florida where we have not been yet. So, or we've been a little bit, but not a lot. So we're going to be heading down into that area coming up soon. So keep an eye, hit that little ding dong bell so you know what's coming up next, and we'll see you on the trail really soon. Happy trails, everybody. Bye-bye.